Are you doing the right things to attract abundance and success in your life? Or are you letting your own limiting beliefs or scarcity mindset stop you from receiving all that you deserve? A few small shifts can help you to manifest more abundance and more success in your life. And we'll be talking about exactly how you can do that inside today's episode. Be sure to listen all the way to the end for the ultimate hack that you can use now to skyrocket your success. Welcome to Mindset Matters Episode 2, the Ultimate Law of Attraction Hack. Hi, I'm Christy Holt, CEO of Helping Others Live Their Best Life and the creator of the 5-Day Mindset Makeover Challenge. I help women get off the diet roller coaster and finally get the lasting results they desire, all while keeping it fun. Here's what I know for sure. The only way to get off the diet roller coaster is with a mindset makeover. Do you feel unworthy, undeserving, limited, or stuck at times? When you feel this way, you also often lack the confidence to go out and make things happen. So today I'm going to be giving you a few tips to increase abundance in every area of your life. Tip number 1, learn the techniques for success from those who are already successful. You always want to strive to spend more time with people who have already got what you want. Surround yourself with others who have success because you typically have a similar lifestyle and attitude as the people you spend the most time with. So surround yourself with winners. You'll really get to know the habits of the successful, and eventually you'll take the opportunity. If you take the opportunity, you'll learn and grow with them and become a success too. Even in business, collaboration beats competition any day. So if your goal is career-oriented, team up with others in your own field and look at how together you can reach even higher levels of success. The law of attraction states that people tend to attract people who are similar to them. So if you're not currently surrounded by the type of people who have what you want to have, then you'll want to spend a little bit more time reflecting inwardly on who you need to be, how you need to act, and what you need to start maybe saying no to in order to become the person who will attract other successful people into their life. Tip number 2, focus on having an attitude of gratitude. Oprah Winfrey said it far better than I could. She said, "Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." How you look at what you already have will directly impact your ability to receive more. By focusing positively on what you already have, you'll boost your energy, your mood, your creativity. And that positive energy that you put out will attract what you need to have even more happiness and success. Now, sometimes it's a minor shift that we need to make, and sometimes we need a rather big one. If you're finding yourself constantly in want or focusing on what you don't have and focus on that feeling of lack, you may find that you'll have to work even harder to shift your mindset to see the possibility rather than the scarcity. Similarly to when you buy a new car and then all of a sudden you keep seeing that same make, model, and color absolutely everywhere you go. The cars were all there before, but you weren't focused on them. So likewise, if you are getting really good at seeing the lack and scarcity, you might need a significant intentional effort to change your thought patterns so that you can start seeing abundance everywhere you look. The good news is that working on your attitude of gratitude is actually quite simple. Start speaking, or better yet, start writing down at least 3 new things each day that you're grateful for. Now, they can be big or small, but just take a moment to reflect and truly appreciate what you have. Okay, so today I am thankful for spring being on its way. It doesn't look like it is spring today. It's pouring rain, but the sun was shining yesterday and it felt so nice. I am also extremely grateful for my hot cup of coffee and that I have the ability to share what I hope ends up being some inspiring content with you all through this video series. All right, tip number 3, watch your language. I'm not talking about swearing or inappropriate jokes. This is where you're going to learn the ultimate hack that works fast to get you results. Whether you're speaking out loud or just speaking to yourself in your mind, The words that you use matter. When framing your dreams, goals, or aspirations, you really want to focus on languaging that is positive and affirmative. The law of attraction suggests that people's thoughts tend to attract similar results, basically such that negative thinking is believed to attract negative experiences, while positive thinking is believed to produce more desirable experiences. I'll extend this to say that also the language that you use works in a similar way. So if you are using, I don't want such and such, your brain simply hears such and such. It doesn't know what you do want, so it doesn't quite know what path to take you on. So when you're setting your goals, you need to start by clearly stating what you do want rather than what you don't want, and then start speaking these positive desires on a regular basis. When you really focus in on the positive things that you want to happen, you're going to get inspired in new ways and naturally start to attract the things that you need and desire in order to succeed. It's important to note that your subconscious works in specifics. So you really need to get clear on what exactly you do want and how that's going to feel so that you can start visualizing it. About 5 years ago, I remember working with my psychologist about my relationship, and I remember an exercise that she gave me, and she asked me to, and I actually have done this exercise a couple of times, and I'm going to share the results with you right away. But the initial request was actually that I spend some time figuring out what exactly a healthy relationship looked like to me. Now, I really struggled with this. It was very easy to come up with things that I didn't want, things that I had maybe experienced in the past that I was like, no way, not doing that again. But it was much more challenging from that perspective to come up with a positive explanations or descriptions, characteristics, and the languaging that I needed to use to express that positively. So maybe I said, I don't want someone who doesn't want to spend time with me because quality time is very important. And I really focused on the negative things. But once I started saying, I want someone who is interested in doing things with me. I want someone who is respectful and kind. I want to be with someone who supports me and encourages me and treats me like a queen. So you can see that languaging is so much more powerful. Now, when I did this exercise, I did not expect this to ever happen. So it was a bit of something, just I was doing it because the therapist had told me I should be doing it, and it's a good thing to do. I wrote the list down. I probably still have it in a note in my phone. But I could say without a doubt that the majority of those characteristics are now embodied in my current relationship. So just getting specific can make such a huge difference. Okay, enough story time. It is time to test out that ultimate hack that I was telling you about. Yes, it is time. So I want you to grab a piece of paper so we can start manifesting your success and abundance with a positive gratitude statement right now. Step number 1, what is your big dream? You want to make sure that your dream is big enough to make you a little bit uncomfortable, but not so big that you believe it to be completely impossible. It doesn't really matter what the goal relates to. This approach will work across all areas of your life. Feel free to watch the video again and do this a second time, or just complete the exercise over and over with all of your goals. Okay. Do you have your goal? Is it specific? Okay. Now, I want you to write down the following. Yes, you need to write it down on a paper with a pen. Trust me, there is value in writing it down. Okay, so what you're going to write down is, I am so happy and grateful that I am now blank. Now, the wording can somewhat be made into your own. You could exchange the word happy or grateful for other words, maybe joyous or thankful or whatever word suits you best. But the double I am in the sentence is something that was suggested by Jack Canfield, author of The Success Principles, because it holds that much extra positive power to express the I am twice. So do with it with what you will, but highly suggested. Next part, we're going to add in your goal. Now, before you do this, the wording and the positioning is really important. It's very important that you state it as though it has already happened. So you're being very clear and very specific, stating that goal as though it has already happened, present tense, past tense, either or. Okay, do you have your statement written down? I'll give you just a moment to finish writing out that statement, and then we're going to hop into the next piece. All right, the next piece, if you need more time, please feel free to pause and come back. Next piece is visualization. So the first step to this is going to be read your new affirmation out loud, if you're able to in the space you're in. If not, you can say it in your head. Then close your eyes and start to visualize what it will look like when you're achieving it and after you've achieved it. So how are you going to know that you have achieved your goal? What physical indicators are there? What external experiences indicate that? And now as you start to envision what things look like, I want you to look at the details. Who is there with you? Where are you? Get really specific. Notice the details. Notice the view, the room, the floor, the ceiling. Basically, I want you to create a tiny short movie in your mind. Now that you've got that image, just take a moment and allow your body to feel into that moment. Experience that success and notice what emotions arise for you. I'm going to give you just another moment of silence here to create and fill in the specifics of that powerful video image. Go ahead and pause the video if you want a little bit more time. I'm going to give you about 10 to 15 seconds here to just work through that visualization. Okay, welcome back. Now, I want to say, if you had any sort of emotional response to that visualization, that is completely normal. Many of my clients tend to get actually very emotional when they complete this exercise because experiencing that success just provides that excitement, that release. And if you visualize it enough, you can really feel the energy in your body reflecting that. So the great news is that now that you've created this image in your brain, the next time you want to complete this gratitude practice, you have an image to recall and it will come back quickly to you the next time. Now, the more often you practice, the better. And I know that this seemingly silly, maybe insignificant practice can truly change your life if you start implementing it regularly. You don't even need any other supplies or materials for you to start practicing it today. In fact, you just did one already. So for faster results, make sure to place a note where you're going to see it with your affirmation statement or maybe statements so that you can remember to repeat your affirmation and spend that moment visualizing exactly what it's going to look and feel like as often as possible. Recommended daily or more often. Zig Ziglar said, "To be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." When you focus on your natural strengths and skills, you can boldly take action and start winning. There is plenty of success, finances, and love to go around, and you are worthy and deserving of every single bit of it. Now start by putting out the positive expectations, and as a result of this new practice, you will empower yourself to take the necessary actions in order to succeed. Let me know in the comments if this exercise had some impact on you, and if you're comfortable with sharing your affirmation statement, I would absolutely love to hear it either in the comments or drop me an email. Even just putting that affirmation out into the world on the comments is going to help you to get started attracting more success right now. Hey, you never know what might happen. Okay, before I sign off, I just wanted to note, if you have any questions that you want answered in a future episode of Mindset Matters, you can also leave those in the comments below or drop an email to Christy@4fcoach.com. All right, I'm Coach Christy, and I'm signing off with your reminder that lasting change comes from the inside out. I will see you next week when we'll be talking about why small wins matter most. We'll see you then.